April 13th today, and we are going for some spring jumbo perch. So every spring, these giant fish move from the depths. They start coming a little bit shallower, and this is when you get a chance to target them in great big massive schools. And what you can do is find the schools that hold the biggest fish. So if you find a school and they're all 12-inch perch, cool, move. Find another school, they're 13s, 14s, cool, that's what you want. So that's the goal today. We're gonna be out on Lake Simcoe. We're going to pick up my boat right now. We're meeting Stephen at Ray's in LaFontaine to grab the boat, and then we are off to Lake Simcoe in search of these great big jumbo perch. So stay tuned, and hopefully we can get on to some great big fish. Let's go. Woo!
Where's your boat? In the back?
I'm not sure actually where it is. It'll be in here somewhere though. Oh, I see it right there, beside that big boat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see it.
Let's get the big boat.
Yeah. There's Steven.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's a divot.
Oh my god. Oh, there she be.
Oh.
A little bit more. Maybe like a ½ inch, like just a hair, right there. That's a nasty divot, eh? Perfect. Good to go. Let's get out of here. Hopefully that's the end of the ice fields. For the first time running the boat this year, everything was running great until I tried the trolling motor. That trolling motor, did it just kick off? Every time I'd go to use the trolling motor, it would just flip the 60 amp breaker, and I couldn't figure out why. So that was like a 2-hour waste of time. Trolling motor kept kicking off. We thought it was the 60 amp fuse. Kept resetting it, kept popping. We cut it out, bypassed it. Then the trolling motor stopped working altogether. Kept checking wires, ended up being a corroded end. Even though it felt good, when I went to cut it off, it just popped off. So we have no 60 amp fuse. We're just direct wired right to the Epic lithium battery, and yeah, we wasted probably an hour or two messing with that. So now we're moving back up to the school, making up all the ground we drifted, and hopefully get on some fish here. We found a couple schools of perch right away, but they weren't quite the size we wanted. They were all 11 to 12 inches. So we kept moving, testing the school until we found those 13 plus perch that we were looking for. I kept catching perch, but Quintin and Stephen weren't catching any, so I started watching what they were doing. Little twitches, man. Like all you're doing is like move it like you want to hop like a goby. I explained to them that because we were using stealth invaders and we were mimicking a goby on the bottom, that we just want to do real slow movements with tiny little pops. We want to mimic the goby's action.
Just like that, eh?
Yeah. Over the next half hour, I kept catching perch after perch almost every single cast, and these guys were getting a little bit frustrated. So I said I'd help them out some more. Perfect. Yeah, don't close your bail. Open your bail. You want to keep your distance. I saw Stephen closing his bail every time he casts, and I told him definitely don't do that. You want to keep all your distance. As soon as your bait hits the water, keep your bail open until that bait hits bottom. The farther you're out there, the more ground you get to cover to catch one of these jumbo perch. Next, to help him with the cadence, I had him line his rod up a foot away from mine, and I wanted him to copy exactly what I was doing. You gotta go the same speed, dude. Once he had the cadence down, I decided to give him my extra rod to fish with. It had lighter line, and it was set up with the baits properly in order to catch these fish. No problem. Here, catch this. Drag that.
Okay.
Because you're gonna end up probably getting skunked if not. Like I told Steven, if he didn't use my rod and follow that cadence, he'd likely get skunked. And I definitely don't want someone getting skunked for fishing my boat. What's up, buddy? How you guys making out? Oh no. Another boat pulled up and said they had only caught 2 fish all day so far. They thought we were using live bait, and that's why we were catching so many fish. When I explained to them that I was using stealth invaders, they were actually surprised because that's what they were using for bait as well. But I did tell them, you got to slow down your movement and just slow roll that bait. Basically, really, really slow, drag it on bottom. Slow, slow, slow. I explained to them that we were actually doing pretty good, and we've probably caught 40, 50 fish in the last hour. And they were surprised by that.
No, they're biting pretty good.
Just as I finished saying that they're biting pretty good, Stephen hooked up into a double perch, and they were both great size.
Okay, wait. Net your bottom one first. Net the bottom one. Bottom fish. Yeah. Oh, now scoop. Nope. Now you scoop your second. There you go. Double headers. There you go, buddy.
That's sick. That is sick.
Here, I'll show them what they're eating. Double stealth invader. Here, flop those things out. There you go, buddy. You got the technique down. Drop those a second here. Look at that bottom one. That's sick, dude.
Nice.
Steve's on him now. Now he
No stopping him now. He's going to outfish me, watch. Well, Stephen didn't outfish me, but he definitely started catching perch, and so did Quintin. They both started catching a lot better than when they first started.
The size of that sucker. That's the golden beater.
Another one. Probably a 13. Hooked up again. This is fighting good. Kevin's 100th fish for today. Look at that one. Jesus Christ. That's a peacock bass. Out here in Florida.
I can probably lift this guy. Let's see.
So, look at the size of this guy. That is an absolute stellar Simcoe perch. Look at this thing. And right there, little hook set. That guy's out. Bass Candy Stealth Invader. An absolute jumbo perch. Let's go. Check this guy out. Let's see what we got here. Look at this freaking perch. Look at that. Got measuring tape to check what this guy is. He's probably all of 13, I would think. Uh, 14. Crazy thing is, we've been smashing these things all day. Inside here, there's some more. There's another one, another 13, 14, another 13. And this goes all the way down, all kinds of them. Beauties.
All right, guys, so we're just finishing up. So here's the gear for the day. This is the Tactical Fishing. It's kind of like a hybrid rod. They call it the drop shot or hover stroll. And that's basically what we were doing today. I've got a Real North Tackle or an RNT tungsten jig head with the Stealth Invader. And basically I'm hover strolling or dragging this bait along the bottom. And the reason this bait is good for doing that is, I'll show you this. You can see this inverted tail. So when we're dragging the bottom, because the tail is angled up, it doesn't hit the bottom. You still get all the action. This is why this bait is absolutely amazing for like whitefish, perch, bass in the summer when it opens, because this little goby bait, you can drag the bottom, pop it, and you get all the action without touching the bottom. Line, this is J braid line. This is 10-pound test, and I'm running a 8-pound
fluorocarbon leader, and this is FC Sniper. This is really nice leader material. It's super soft, super pliable, and it's got a thin diameter to get these small baits down. So if you guys are heading to Lake Simcoe and you're looking for a setup or baits to catch some of these giant jumbo perch, that's a good place to start. And the color that was working today in the Stealth Invaders is called Bass Candy. So X Zone Stealth Invaders, Bass Candy, go get them. Peace.